On this all-new episode of Primetime Panthers, we catch up with head equipment manager Teddy Richards as he gets ready to represent Team USA in the upcoming Four Nations face-off.
It's a very, very proud feeling to represent the U.S. I love being part of this country, and to be named to that team is something that I will always cherish.
And Teddy takes us around the brand new locker room at the Baptist Health Iceplex.
If you look around the locker room, we like to call it a mirrored finish. Every stall is the same, every glove is the same position. It looks just very pretty, organized, and presentable.
Plus, all of the best images from the recent West Coast road trip.
Mackey centers, Bennett shoots, score! Sam Bennett with a look of relief on his face makes it 4-2.
All of that and more this week on Primetime Panthers. Primetime Panthers is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Welcome into this all-new episode of Primetime Panthers. I'm Katie Engelson. A few weeks ago, we highlighted the members of the Florida Panthers that will be representing Team USA at the Four Nations Face-Off Tournament in February. That is Panthers forward Matthew Tkachuk as well as General Manager Bill Zito. However, there is one more Florida Panther that will be repping the red, white, and blue, and that is head equipment manager Teddy Richards.
So recently I was named equipment manager for the USA hockey team for Four Nations. It's a very, very proud feeling to represent the U.S. I love being part of this country, and to be named to that team is something that I will always cherish. From early on in my career, it's something I've strived for, to be part of the U.S. team at any level. So now at the highest level, the Four Nations, is a tremendous honor. I'm very fortunate in my career early on that I was able to work with Herb Brooks and Craig Patrick. So from very, very early on, it was a connection I had to the USA hockey program, maybe at the time not even knowing that I had the connection, but as my career grew, I was always able to look back with that special starting piece and know that ultimately that was where I wanted to be and be part of the USA hockey program.
You touched on head equipment manager Teddy Richards and how he'll be one of the equipment managers for Team USA. What has he meant to the Florida Panthers organization?
He was here before I came. I think in successful organizations, you have anchors and you have foundations. And he's just part of the foundation of the room. I point below us where the locker room is, of the group, of the room. And it transcends the players, the staff, the coaches, the management. It's Teddy. And it's the way they do their business, their professionalism, their character, who they are as people. They're beloved by everybody. And it just makes for, I guess the best explanation would be through drawing a parallel. So there was somebody perhaps at your high school that, they could be anybody, but they've been there forever. They're an anchor. They're part of the foundation.
Right away when Bill Zito was named assistant GM of the team, I went and congratulated him. But to his credit, right away he said, how can we get you involved? Have you thought about being this? And right when he asked me the question, I perked up and said, absolutely, I've thought about this. I would love to be part of this. How do we make that happen? And Matthew Tkachuk and myself, we have daily conversations for USA hockey. We have Panther conversations, but I think we have more USA conversations.
What does Teddy mean to the Florida Panthers organization?
Oh my God, he's amazing. He's nobody from the outside will realize how much work him and the rest of the staff do. I can't do what I do without guys like him, and so I'm so happy that he earned the right and earned the opportunity to work for his country as well.
I'm most excited for working with the elite, to be with the best players in the country. I was able to see the USA jersey for the first time. We had we had a meeting. I was in New Jersey, and some NHL representatives came and showed me the jersey, and it's an emotional feeling to see the jersey come out of the bag and actually see the USA jersey, and that feeling is very, very special to me. That I will be a small piece of that, what we could represent for this country, brings a lot of pride.
Time for our first break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, We get a behind-the-scenes look at the brand-new Panthers locker room at the Baptist Health Iceplex.
You see a metal square here. What this provides, this is individual heat per every stall. It blows 120-degree hot air through the stall around the equipment. Perforated shelves to allow all the ventilation for proper drying. One button, I turn it on, heat we have for 12 hours.
Don't go anywhere. Primetime Panthers on Script Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. Teddy and his crew play a huge role in making sure the players are always ready to go for both practice and games. When the Iceplex at the War Memorial was being built, Teddy got to add his input surrounding the locker room design, and it came out spectacular. Let's have Teddy take us through all of the state-of-the-art features.
We're here at the War Memorial, our practice facility for the Panthers. It's Friday morning, nice, bright and early. We played at home last night, Thursday. We had a home game versus the Detroit Red Wings. So we leave all our equipment there. We let it dry. In the morning, we come up with a plan to get the gear and bring it to the practice facilities. So you can see a stall we have set up. Every player has practice gear from head to toe, minus skates or any specialty equipment and their game sticks, and then also goaltending equipment. So that's what's always transported on a pretty much day-to-day basis. We're here bright and early. We try to do it before the players get here, so when they walk in, they don't see a difference. So they're walking in, the room's ready for them, it's open, bright, and comfortable. So as you see a stall, this one is complete. So we have Jonah Gadjevich, we have his nameplate here, you got your gloves, your helmet, your protection with your elbow pads, your shins, and as you keep coming down. So this is a setup stall, so when the player comes in, it looks nice, nice and neat, ready for presentation. This is how we built and constructed it for him to come in, for it to work for us as equipment managers, for it to work for him as a player. So the stall right next to it, we took a few pieces off just to show you a couple of the hooks and the reason why the stall was built the way it was. The player always sits down, so he sits down on a nice padded cushion. We measured the height of the cushions to be parallel with their hips. So sometimes benches are too high, too low, and it would be uncomfortable for someone to be sitting, obviously either of those directions. So the height of the pad was specifically made to be all parallel, putting their skates on, being nice and comfortable, straight up, and proper posture, we'll call it that. You see a metal square here. We spent a lot of time, a lot of technology, and a lot of money into this design, which I credit the Violas, the Panther organization, for allowing us to do so. But what this provides, this is individual heat per every stall. It blows 120-degree hot air through the stall around the equipment. Perforated shelves to allow all the ventilation for proper drying. And it's all controlled by just one button on the corner over there. There's no plug-in fans, there's no tripping hazards. One button, I turn it on, heat we have for 12 hours. So we spent a lot of time, but I'm very, very grateful for what that thing offers our team. As you see, everything has its place. If you look around the locker room, we like to call it a mirrored finish. Every stall is the same, every glove is the same position. It looks just very pretty, organized, and presentable. But that also starts with the proper hooks, placement of hooks. Everything has the same position. Each hook was specifically designed and placed in the location to serve the purpose. We have these, very, very important. These are called skate hooks. We had a metal fabrication company out of Buffalo make these just specifically for the stall. So you get your skate, you put it up there, allows for proper drying, all the wetness, all the sweat, the ice from the water to drain out. So when he puts his skate back on in the morning, that's nice and dry. Nobody likes wet skates. So this is a piece that we're very proud of. A lot of time invested in that, but I think we hit a home run. In the equipment world, for equipment managers, drying equipment is a big, big piece. Something we strive every morning to come in, everything is dry, crisp, and ready for the players. So we are very proud of the locker room, and we enjoy this place very much.
Time for a short break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, Teddy walks us through what it takes to keep the players' equipment ready to rock at all times.
If someone needs new steel, new holders, all of our tools for sharpening, it's right here. I don't need to walk around the room. It's all housed right here. Very important to always make sure the players are skating on good, sharp edges.
Primetime Panthers is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. Keep it locked. Primetime Panthers on Scripps Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. Back in 2021, Teddy Richards reached a huge milestone of 1,500 games in the NHL. It's clear that the players and coaches from past and present have the utmost respect for Teddy. Since then, of course, he's kept the Cats gear in tip-top shape so the team can perform at its absolute best. There's a lot that goes into that, and Teddy gave us a peek at some of the tools at his disposal.
A lot of thought went into the layout and format of this locker room. Right away, prime piece, this is like, we'll call it the entertainment wall. If someone needs new steel, new holders, all of our tools for sharpening, it's right here. I don't need to walk around the room. It's all housed right here. You know, the main event is our skate sharpener. I spend a lot of time right here. You know, a couple hours a day, every day. Very important to always make sure the players are skating on good, sharp edges. So every player, we roll through 3 sets of steel. Through new technology of the way the hockey skate works, with the holder and the way you could pop steel in and out, we have 3 equal sets. So a big part of my job every day, we make sure the steel is sharp and properly ready for practice for all the players. So last night, post-game, we went through, we played, we took out everyone's steel. So both these cases house steel from last night's game. So this is nicked up, damaged, ready to be sharpened today. So we go through the whole locker room. We have 2 more good active sets. I just go take out a piece of steel, and then I'll go inside the locker room and put it inside their skates. They'll be ready for practice. From last night's game, I have Matthew Tkachuk's steel here. We write their number, their hollow, and the set. So we make sure the sets are always equal, so we don't have one piece taller than the other piece. So we have a good equal set, ready to be sharpened. So I know it's Matthew Tkachuk's. I know he's a 5/8 hollow. So what I'm doing is I'm preparing my sharpening wheel to become a 5/8 radius. So it's a spinner system. I have my 5/8 spinner right here. We're getting the wheel dressed. Get everything nice and clean here. Get my skate jig ready to go. Get my steel. Clamp it in and we're ready to sharpen. We're housing new skates right here. We write their name, their skate hollow, the date we issue the skates to them. Just it helps us reference back, but it's all marked. So now this is ready to go into the skate heater to go onto the player's foot. And then he'll bake them. We let them sit for a day, and then the next day we'll have them ready. He'll have these on the ice. We have, you know, the boot stretcher, the punches. So if you have any burrs on your feet, any injuries that you need extra space in your skate, this area will create that for us. So when you look at a hockey skate, it consists of 3 pieces. You have your boot, you have a holder, which is the white piece here, the holder, and then you have the steel. So underneath, you could see there's black dots. These guys are called rivets. These machines will take them out, put them back in, do everything I need to do to replace this holder, because this is plastic. So with the speed of the game, the speed of the pucks, the hardness of the puck, plastics will crack. Body weight will make these cracks sometimes, and they do need to be replaced on a somewhat regular basis. So this is our machine area for all the rivets, skate care. Once again, tools appropriate. We have all the rivets in the cabinetry above, so it's just super convenient to have everything you need to work right here. And then you can see a rivet is a very small piece. But what it does is when it goes inside the boot, it opens and it stars. And then it locks it inside the material of the skate, allowing that not to come out. When a player, we need to fix a helmet, make a helmet. You have their visors, the visor towels, all the screws, the chin straps, everything appropriate, tools that you need to do those repairs on specifically that piece of equipment is here. Once again, I'm not bouncing back and forth. Nice and convenient. We have good counter space, workable rubber. You know, it's we're not going to damage any of our equipment. The sharp steel. We have the proper countertops for that as well. So as you continue to walk down, we have our sewing areas. We do a lot of sewing. A lot of people don't realize in the beginning that we are good sewers, skilled sewers. You have your household machines for any jerseys, nameplates, tears in the jersey, shirts. More of your minor fixes are done here with the sewing machines. And then we have our big industrial machine. This is where you're gonna make something out of nothing. If a guy has an injury in his shoulder pads or anywhere, we're constructing material, protective pieces that'll go onto shoulder pads, shin pads, pants. This machine is very heavy duty. It'll go through anything. You know, if a guy has an injury, comes in, you know, we'll sit here, we'll talk about, you know, what's the injury, how can we fix it? We have a lot of varieties of different protections. It's all in our cabinetry here of different options, what we can provide a player to get him back on the ice safely. One of my favorite pieces that really went into the idea of this design was when a player bakes their skates, we have about 15-20 minutes of dead time, which is good face time. We get to talk to them, interact with them, conversate with them, but how can they be comfortable? So we created the perfect experience for you to bake skates. Brand new skates, we have a skate oven. They go in the skate oven for about 5 minutes. We have the flat screen TV, you can watch TV, and we got the nice couch here. So it's all one stop. You can sit there comfortably. We just really achieve what we're looking for with a comfortable experience, and we enjoy this place very much.
Time for our final break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, we take a look back at some of the best moments from the Panthers' recent road trip out west.
No sec lead pass. He's got A.J. Greer on a breakaway. Greer is in, and he scores! A.J. Greer is having himself a night. Right over the backhand, he scores! They're just too much to handle.
Making smart plays, getting on the forecheck, and you know it's nice when you can just roll 4 lines and everyone's playing well.
Don't go anywhere. Primetime Panthers will be right back. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. The Cats are finally back in South Florida after their recent week-long road trip took them out west. There were certainly some fireworks on the ice these past several games. So before we say goodbye for the week, let's take a look back at some of that Panthers magic.
A unique road trip for the Cats. They'll play 4 games over the next 6 days with not 1, but 2 back-to-backs.
Paul Maurice's team, Randy, starting a 4-game road trip. Right over the backhand, he scores! They're just too much to handle. A.J. Greer has a man in the middle. There's the feed, there's the shot. Save it, they score! Evan Rodriguez stayed with it, and he puts home the follow for the lead. Samaskevich with a great play gets it. Mackey centers, Bennett shoots, score! Sam Bennett with a look of relief on his face makes it 4-2.
It's always nice to get one, especially when you haven't scored for a while.
Drop that piano off your back.
Sam Bennett scores a goal and that confidence starts to come back.
All 4 lines were playing really well, skating well, making smart plays, getting on the forecheck, and you know it's nice when you can just roll 4 lines and everyone's playing well.
Winning is never easy, winning on the road especially.
To get the first one's always huge, and you know we can just roll off this momentum now.
5-2 Panther win over the Ducks.
Second of a back-to-back for the Florida Panthers. Kopitar stopped by Knight. There is Forsling with a drive.
What a shot, what a save.
Pepe Edmondson on the redirect. That's gloved by Knight. Schmidt moves in with a shot, and that's gloved by Kemper. Now Fiala slides it across, and Knight snatches the puck out of the air. Puck comes out in front. Rodriguez scores. And Evan Rodriguez gives Florida a 1-0 advantage on the power play. Kachuk with it towards the net. Save made by Kemper. Now Verhaeghe drops it off. Another save. Anderson, 3 seconds. Time winding down. And the Kings hang on, defeat the Panthers 2-1.
There's been a couple of periods that I haven't liked since Christmas, and that's about it. We play hard, battle hard, but we're going to have a whole bunch of these for the rest of the year, so we got to get used to and just scratch and claw for points.
The Cats get set to wrap up their season series with the San Jose Sharks. The Cats looking for the season sweep.
Schmidt picks it up, winds and fires, and he scores! Nate Schmidt rips it home home for the Panthers.
It's always good to get the first goal, in a road game and be able to build from there.
Mikkola puts it in front. Bennett on the backhand. Georgiev is down and they score. They push it home, and we're tied at 2.
I liked our game from with 6 minutes left to go in the first on.
Ekblad shoots, score, it got through. Welcome back, Aaron Ekblad.
They haven't gone in the net as easy as they have in previous years for me, so it's nice to go. Nice to go.
No sec lead pass. He's got AJ Greer on a breakaway. Greer is in, and he scores. AJ Greer is having himself a night. Markov sends it in front, deflected, score! Kachuk, ka-ching! And the Panthers have a handful.
Try to be more confident with the puck tonight, and obviously, showed with the 7 up on the board, but they were just going in tonight, and sometimes those nights are good.
It winds down at the Shark Tank. Big effort by the Cats. They win it 7-2.
It is the finale of a 4-game road trip for the Florida Panthers, a stop in Sin City to take on the Golden Knights.
Lostereen and fire, score! They're on the scoreboard! The Panthers are within 1 in the 3rd.
Lundell scores a goal. I think that we're back in the game a little bit. It didn't happen for us.
Panthers split the road trip as Vegas wins this one. Final score of 4-1.
You got to be real careful about assessing your team after a loss on back-to-back because you're always angry when you lose and you always want more. Sometimes they don't have more to give you because we got to play a hard game to win than the first night. I'll just grind my teeth quite a bit tonight, get this team home, get them a little bit of rest, and hell, we don't play back-to-back games till 2 games from now, so that's awesome.
That does it for this week's episode of Primetime Panthers. Be sure to tune in next week as we will have all new Florida Panthers content. We'll see you next week right here on Scripps Sports.
Primetime Panthers has been presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.